I'm alive. I'm alive. Very, very live. Very, very still alive. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr Tapscott. That's me. I'm Mr Tapscott. How are we doing out there? Yeah, pretty good. Everyone's pretty good. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I've got a new angle because I've got a new laptop. I bought a new laptop stand. It's like a cooling. It's got like a fan and shit. I'll show you. It's like a brand new Studebaker with a fan on the dashboard. I'll show you. Yeah. A little bit different. Everyone's like, yeah, we can do it. No, I sound like, nah, don't do that, man. That's fine. We can do it. That's better. Yeah, everyone likes that. Yeah. It's the No Pictures of a Bird we know and love. We don't like change. Yeah. See? The show works. See? All the little elements there. The theme song. The intro. Alive, I'm still alive. The opening phrase, the catchphrases. All the little familiar touches. It's like, it's a No Pictures of a Bird podcast, a podcast by Mr Tapscott. If you've got all those like little bits and pieces in there, and that's what people rock up for. It's like, I want the familiar. I want what I know and love. The Big Mac has been on the menu of McDonald's since like the fucking since when? The 60s, yeah. And then they've got all their rotating shit, yeah. But those key menu items are always there. The Whopper is you can always get a Whopper at Hungry Jack's. The key foundation, the pillars there. You're going to get that when you walk into a Hungry Jack's. And then like the bits around it, like they put on their specials and stuff. But yeah, at the very least you'll get that. Yeah. So good, it's working. It's working. That's what I mean. My content strategy. So shit, Roz. Didn't even need you. Fantastic. Yeah. Joining me as always. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. The permanent fixtures, the keys to my pillow. Tara Bennett, representative of the camp. Don't forget, you're getting married. It's always feels good. Kitty Callahan, represented here by the Grant Island Cup. Don't forget, they murdered penguins. You can't hand him in a Grant Callahan. Kitty Callahan. Hello. Yeah. We'll do it tomorrow. We actually had like a little bit planned, but I fucked it up. We forgot. We both forgot. Yeah, she's like, yeah. He forgot. He forgot it was him. It was Mr Tapscott. What? What are you telling me, Kitty? Nothing. Sylvia Jefferies. She's here. She's like, nah, I'm a key feature now. Sylvia Jefferies. Physical comedy. Yeah. Yeah, we can like that. Yeah. that's the thing. All right. So Sylvia is, yeah. Yeah, so there's a whole thing, there's a whole system. But Sylvia's the queen of heaven. She'll come to the party. The queen of heaven will only turn up to the party if the party is all right. Like if there's no douchebags there, because Sylvia doesn't like douchebags. She hates douchebags. She's up. She's very up. Mr. Tapscott is very down. She loves Mr. Tapscott. Don't get me wrong, but heaven is Sylvia's thing. And so if there are murderers there, if there are pedos there, if there are slavers there, if someone's enslaved the Jews or anyone, Sylvia will not show up. No, she's like, no, not my scene. Fuck off. No, I'm not. No, you fix these problems and then we'll talk. That's it. That's Sylvia. So now that we're starting to get a bit of traction on these suckers, yeah. Sylvia is more comfortable. Yeah, she's like, now I'm a bit more comfortable being at the front. Yeah. Yeah. And if you fuck up, if you start fucking up, then Nina Trevcorn will kind of like, she'll like put me on the podcast, Mr. Tapscott. And then if that doesn't work, I'll decide. Yeah. Hegarty's ruthless as well. If Hegarty gets involved, if Lady Justice feels like she needs to start swinging her sword, that's it's not good news. Obviously, we're all best friends. Yeah, we're all best friends. We are. But we've all got our own flavors. So Sylvia Jefferies is like bright lights and glamour and TV and red carpets, fashion, high fashion, parties. Yeah, the high end. She's at the high end. But you can't have any of that if down below it's cooked. You can't party with Princess Diana. Yeah, Princess Diana will not show up to your party. If there are extermination camps there, she won't turn up. Princess Diana will turn up to your party in like Paris. You know what I mean? But if it's like, do you want to turn up to this? Hey, Princess Diana, do you want to come to a party in like Auschwitz? She'll be like, no, that's not her scene. She just won't be there. Tara Bennett probably won't be there either. That's not her scene either. That's not Tara Bennett's scene. No. So I was saying the other day about like, if you murder the home, you murder Tara Bennett, and that's the thing. It's just like, nah, like if you got Gambino crime family running your TV networks and stuff, then she's like, no, I'm out. That's it. No. That's why Mr. Tapscott, like in jail, that's Mr. Tapscott's territory, because Tara Bennett's not there, Sylvia Jefferies isn't there, Kitty Callahan's there. It's Mr. Tapscott and Kitty Callahan in jail. But if you fuck up in jail, then Kitty Callahan's like, not my scene. Yeah. And then it's just Mr. Tapscott. And if it's just Mr. Tapscott, and then if you go even further down, it's Mr. Tapscott and Aldous Harding. And that's not, you don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah, but now, a lot of the big hospitals are out of the way. Five family douchebags are out of the way. All those fucking skull and bones spastic Nazis are out of the way. Silicon Valley Nazis are out of the way. East German Nazis are apparently, there's only about 30% of them left. Yeah, and they're running out of everything. Yeah, because we've been destroying all their we've been blowing up their networks and their infrastructure. Yeah, because they're all embedded in those big organizations. And so now that we're like, nah. Yeah, Apple HQ, nah, we'll take that. And then they're like, oh, it's just me. I've just got my mobile now. Yeah, and then they're like, oh. So they can't. Yeah, they're struggling. Yeah. It's not like they have any weaponry. It's just their network. They have their social networks. They're big banks. Took away their past, their like office, their big bank, their high rises, their skyscrapers. Nah, we're taking that. Telstra executives, nah, fuck you. Yeah, and they're like, oh fuck. So now their network's all broken up. They're like, they're getting desperate. Yeah. So now Sylvia Jefferies is more inclined. She's like, okay. Okay. Yeah. That's easy. Yeah. All right. So we got a pretty big episode today. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it's gonna be the classic. We're gonna slam some dog shit. We're gonna have an action update. We're gonna talk more about the story of Mr Tapscott in the band. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, and raise a few. Everyone's like, holy shit. After yesterday, I was like, we didn't know you were that hardcore. It's like, bro, well, I went to maximum security prison for a year. And I came out unscathed. Like, I'm not. Yeah, and not just, yeah. Tara Bennett saying it was about 30% space magic and 70% Mr. Tapscott being a fucking psycho. Yeah, it's like Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. And then we protected him with space magic with the other 30%. But yeah, Mr. Tapscott, he's not to be trifled with. He's been around. But that was the thing. That's why it like pissed me off. That's why I was kind of like, fuck, like, because I'd spent so long. I was in that scene. I was in the underground, and I had that reputation. Especially when I got to Melbourne, I come straight from that band, and I had that. Like, I moved to Melbourne, and I was smoking a pack a day. I had no money. All I had was like a black Target button-up tee, black button-up shirt, and a leather jacket, and that was it. And jeans with holes in them. And so, yeah, I worked my way up from that. It took like 15 years. But I worked my way up from that, being that guy. And I was like, oh, don't invite him. He's a psycho. Like, he's a loose unit. And I stank. Like, I stank like a smoker. And I was a prick to everyone because I didn't trust anyone because Melbourne was fucked. And to work my way up from that to being like a prestigious copywriter that wears like that lives in a Potts Point apartment, like, had a one-bedroom apartment in Potts Point, an Art Deco building, had like polished wood floorboards, drove a BMW, had a wardrobe, quite fashionable. I worked my way from that, I'm gonna fucking kill you, punk guy. He was making $12 an hour in Melbourne, flat broke, all the way up to being, 150K a year, corporate dude. And then to go from that, and then it was like, nah, you're back to being that dude. You're a shoplifter. You're a professional shoplifter now, and you're flat broke again, and you're gonna buy knives off the internet and fucking wave them around in shopping centers and shit. It's like, fuck. Are you sure? Yeah, yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, Jesus, is that what you want to? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, fucking hectic. All right. Yeah. Yeah, because it was, yeah. In that world, yeah, because I was in that world with Russell William McMahon. I was in his world. Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't just like some, hello, I am innocent bystander man. No, I was in there. Yeah. That was the Punisher. That was where the Punisher and the Joker were born in that world. Yeah. That's where they came from. And then they went to Melbourne and it's like, oh, you soft pieces of shit. Because they had no idea. It's like, well, I'll just, yeah. I'm like, this is nothing. You fucking, like, don't raise your voice at me when I'm on the floor. It's like, fuck you. Like, what? What? That's normal. That's like nothing. That type of brutality is like, that's like a Tuesday afternoon. That's nothing. Like, yeah. I didn't fucking slash myself open in front of you, did I? Yeah. So we'll talk more about that today. And now everyone's like, just talk about that. Don't worry about the other shit. Now we will slam a bit of dog shit. We will do that. We will slam some dog shit. Because we got to, it's important to keep on top of the dog shit. Because it's still out there. You could be consuming dog shit and you wouldn't even know. How would you know? Yeah, well, that's, exactly. Because it's like, who would know? Like, you know. You could be, look, it's just a sandwich shop. And it's like, well, actually, it's a front for it's a front for a child pedophile ring. Like Subway. Like Subway. Like, oh, yeah. I like Subway sandwiches. It's the healthy alternative. If I feel like something that's not at Hungry Jack's, then Subway, it'll do. And it's like, actually, you're financing child sex trafficking. Yeah. Yeah. Or Guzman and Gomez. Yeah, Guzman Y Gomez. And it's like, it's cartel. It's like Sinaloa drug cartel. That's what it is. It's a front for the cartel. He's like, fuck, I just wanted to eat a taco. I thought I was just eating tacos. No. You're giving money. You're paying the cartel to stand over people in your local area. Yeah, so it's important that we slam the dog shit. Yeah. Especially the media as well, because it's like, like on the surface, it's just like Auntie Donna. I had no idea until I figured it out all on my own and no one helped me at all. Just me. Are you lying again, Nick? Yeah. No, I had no idea until Kitty Khan. I was like, Auntie Donna, bro. Yeah. That's targeted you. I'm like, what? Yeah. Because I just thought, cool. Auntie Donna, they're funny. It's like, no, that's you. They're talking about you. They're making death threats against you. It's a video saying we're gonna kill you. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why we need to keep slamming dog shit. Because you might not know. There are heaps of shows on Netflix. Yeah, like White Lotus. You might have watched like White Lotus and it's like, oh yeah, cool. It's just like, it's just a bit of light fun. Only Murders in the Building. Hey, Steve Martin. He's funny. He's in Planes, Trains and Automobiles in Parenthood. He's wholesome. He's in The Jerk. He was in The Three Amigos. He was mates with Chevy Chase. They're funny. They're funny guys. And then it's like, actually, he's a Nazi murderer. He's a mass murderer. Yeah, SS, Waffen SS, Nazi mass murderer. Oh, there's a bird. I saw a cool bird. Now, this is some dog shit I can slam straight off the bat. This is a Tara Bennett one. Tara Bennett pointed this one out to me. Because I was walking. Because like I've mentioned, I was walking back from the train station, and I always take the same route. And it's through, like, I get off at St. Leonard's, and then I cross the street and I walk sort of past the hospital, and then there's like an oval there, like a little cricket oval, and there's trees. It's like heaps of trees. There's heaps of trees there. It's really green and lush, and all through the graveyard, and then up through there's a park. There's a path that goes up through the graveyard, through the cemetery. It's a nice walk. It is. Yeah. And then I score crack off one of the homeless guys. And then I sacrifice an animal in the grave there, and I say a prayer to Aldous Harding. No. No, I don't do that. No. And then I eat a bat. I catch a bat. Praise be Aldous Harding. No, I don't do that. No, that's crazy. Although Russell once did that. He pulled the head off a pigeon and wrote fuck on a wall in blood. He did that. It was a photo on his fucking Facebook account. Can't remember. Was it alive? He caught a live pigeon and twisted its head off. He did, yeah. It's like, oh, gotcha. Fuck. Wrote fuck in blood. Yeah. That's Russell. Anyway. Now I was terrified. And then I heard something I hadn't heard in ages. What type of bird was it? It wasn't a kookaburra. It was like a bird call. Yeah. It's like a coral or something. Yeah. Sorry about this, Journey. We'll take this journey together. There's another one. Well, it definitely wasn't on a penguin. And not just because they murdered them. Yeah. Definitely wasn't an Adelaide penguin or an apostle bird. Nope. Wow, this is very thorough. No. Australian bustard. They're in there. There are bush turkeys in that park. Well, they used to be. I haven't seen them in a while. Not the Maggie, although magpies have been affected by this. So if there should be ravens in there as well, but there aren't. Godwit, yeah, nice. I realise now that we're showing pictures of a bird on the podcast, no pictures of a bird. But I'm only here to get directions on how to get away from you. No, but this highlights the irony. Because what I'm about to tell you is like... Actually, I'll just say it. So basically, the XxOo, right, involves a Havana syndrome energy weapon. So what they're doing is like they point like fucking mobile towers or something. They'll retune your TV. They'll do something to your TV. They'll hit it with a specific frequency of electricity. It's like a mini power surge, basically. They hit it with a power surge, but it's not power. It's not like a power surge, like not like the type of power surge that will fry your computer. It's the type of power surge that will just like make it sort of like vibrate, like hum at a certain frequency, and then that makes you super sensitive to sounds and motion. And so that's why like they'll hit you with the frequency, and then they'll do shit like this in front of you, like, and it's like that looks fucked. And they'll eat chips like, and the Nazi cough. They'll hit you with a Nazi cough. Yeah, they'll do all that shit. Now, but the side effect of that is that doesn't just work on humans. That works on animals too. And so all around this park, it should be teeming with bird life, but it's not. Because of all the fucking Havana syndrome. Yeah, they just fucking blanket entire areas with the Havana syndrome frequency, and it scares off all the birds. And so I heard a bird call. As I was walking through the park today, I heard a bird call that I haven't heard in ages. I can't remember what it was. We'll find it. Yeah, we'll find it. Budgerigar, they should be in there. They're not. See them in there. They should be in there. Crimson Rosellas. They should be in there. Eastern Rosellas. They should be in there. Eastern Whitbird. They should be in there. Galar should be in there. Ooh, even that one should be in there, according to Tara Bennett. She's like, yeah, they should be in there. They should be in there, Butcherbirds. Ooh, the Gouldigan Finch. Look at that one. They should be in there. Hooded Robin should be in there. They should be in there. Yeah, Tara Bennett's now saying that the kookaburra, because it's like the apex predator. The kookaburra is the apex predator of the bird world, and so like, if there's kookaburra in there, it means that the ecosystem is healthy. It's got a healthy ecosystem because like all the layers are there that allow the kookaburra to come in and sit at the top because they'll even eat other birds. They'll eat smaller birds. Yeah. So if you hear that kookaburra laugh, that means that little patch of forest is actually functioning the way it should. That little patch of Aussie bush, it's functioning the way it should be functioning. But if there's no kookaburras there, it means there's a step that's missing somewhere at some point. There's like smaller birds aren't there, or lizards aren't there, or marsupials aren't there. There's something that's not there. Maybe you've got too many feral cats in there, like wiping out the ground marsupials, so the magpies and stuff can't eat. And then, as a result, the kookaburras aren't there. And so if kookaburras are there, it's a good sign. It's a healthy sign. So if there's no kookaburras, and there should be kookaburras pretty much. They should be pretty much everywhere. Yeah. Anywhere there's a eucalyptus tree, there should be a kookaburra nearby. But so if you haven't had a kookaburra in a while, it could be a result of this. So the irony, the pictures of a bird crowd have been such fuckwits that they've scared off the fucking birds. The pro pictures of a bird team have made they're all about the pictures of the birds. But the actual literal birds, they couldn't give a fuck about them. They scare them off. They murdered them. Yeah, they kill them. They literally murdered the birds. The pictures of a bird team murdered birds, literal birds. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, podcast by Mr Tapscott. I'm pro bird. I'm anti pictures of a bird. Bring back the real birds. Get rid of these fucking pictures of a bird. Bring back the real fucking birds. God damn it. They should be in there. They should be in there. We did see some lorikeets today, didn't we, Tara? Yeah, we did. Yeah, fair, they're the penguins that they murdered in Victor Harbour. That's who we saw. We saw those today. We saw musk lorikeets. Yeah. We see them in there, the noisy miners. They should be in there. Even that one, the Paradise Riflebird should be in there. The honey eater should definitely be in there, and so should the pale yellow robin. I just saw one of those before, just out the window. Yeah. That's another one. If you see a peregrine falcon, it's a sign of a healthy ecosystem. So that's good. So I saw one out the window just before, just as I came in, there was one flying out outside. So that's good. Okay. They should be in there. The pied butcherbird. Pink cockatoo should be in there. Pied currawong, we've seen those in there. They've just come back in, the currawong. Yeah. Pink robin should be in there. See, that's what the kookaburra will eat those. So you want those. If they're not there, the kookaburras won't be there, and that's what makes it unhealthy. Yeah. So you're missing a key component. There's something. If you scare those away, you scare away like the top layer of birds. You scare away the falcons as well. Yeah. Yeah, and then the smaller marsupials will feed on their remains as well. So the kookaburras will come in and eat most of it, and then they'll drop the carcass, and the smaller marsupials will come in and feed on that. And then if you don't have those smaller, so if the kookaburras aren't in there feeding, the smaller marsupials aren't in there feeding, and if the smaller marsupials aren't in there, the magpies and the mid-tier birds don't get fed, and neither do the snakes. Yeah, and so if all that stuff goes missing, it's very, very bad. Very, very bad for the environment indeed. And then again, Kookaburras will eat snakes. And so if there's nothing attracting the marsupials, you won't get the snakes. If you don't get the snakes, you don't get the kookaburras. Yeah. They should be in there. Yeah, again, powerful light, that should be in there as well. Same, that's the same. You want those apex predator birds in there. Yeah, birds of prey, you want them in there. That should be in there, lorikeet. That should be in there. Oh, rainbow lorikeet. Yeah, we saw those today. Yeah. We want the rainbow bee eaters should be in there. They should be in there. They should be in there. They should be in there. Red-winged parrot should be in there. Red-tailed black cockatoo should be in there. Regent honey eater should be in there. Restless flycatcher should be in there. Rock dove, plenty of them. There's plenty of them in there. They should be in there. They should be in there. They should be in there. Shy albatross. Oh, that's right. You just need to talk to Sylvia Jefferies, albatross. She'll help you get over your shyness. Apparently, even them, bellbird should be in there, and so should the scarlet honey eater. The shy albatross is too shy, obviously. Don't be shy, albatross. Come and hang out. Silver gold, no, not really. Silver eye, they should be in there. Southern cassowary, really? No, but they're threatened. Yeah, the southern cassowary are threatened. Yeah, that emu wren should be in there. Whiteface should be in there. Spangled drongo. Kitty Gallen. There was one spangled drongo in there. Kitty. Splendid fairy wren. That should be in there. Spotted bellbird, that should be in there. Spotted dove, that should be in there. Spotted pard Deloitte, that should be in there. Spotted quail thrush. That's what you've got, Kitty. You got quail thrush. Ah. Got a cream for that. Striated heron, that should be in there. Sulphur crested cockatoo, that should be in there. We've seen them in there, but not as many as we should. Superb fairy wren, we should be seeing them. And the striated thornbill, they should be in there. Even a superb lyrebird should be fucking in there, according to Tyrone. Don't take my word for it, but yeah, apparently. Lyrebird should be in there. That park, St. Leonard's, that oval is the perfect habitat for a lyrebird, apparently. There's no reason that a lyrebird, aside from the fucking Nazis, there's no reason a lyrebird couldn't live in the parklands in Sydney. There's no reason it couldn't do that. You could have lyrebird in fucking Centennial Park. You could have lyrebird in Vaucluse easily. Paddington, yeah, around Edgecliff there's all that like green, all those green areas. You could have lyrebird wandering around in there. Unfortunately, we've got Nazis instead. They could be in there. Fruit dove, superb parrot, they could be in there. Swamp harrier, they could be in there. Yeah, they could be in Centennial Park as well. Because basically, where you see bats, you should see swamp harrier. Yeah, swift parrot, that should be in there. Tasmanian native hen, not them. They're from Tasmania. Not them. Even sometimes them, sometimes. Yeah, you wouldn't get that many of them because they're more of a southern thing. But they can live up here. Tasmania, yeah, that's a Tassie bird. No. Western ground parrot. Okay. They should be in there. Ooh, they should be in there. So should they, and so should they. Please, Mr. Tapscott, please make a joke about Wood Swallow and Sylvia Jefferies. Say it. You should be Wood Swallow. So they name that after you because. Ah, that's disgusting. Shocking. I won't be treated like that on this show. I hate flirting with men, for the record. This is very demeaning to me and my gender. I hate flirting with men. Yeah. White face Heron. Or front of chat. You chat gronk. Plenty of those in jail. Yeah. White wing chow. White necked heron. White napped honey eater. All of these should be in there. Willy Wagtail. Yeah, they should be in there. One poo fruit dove. They should be in there. Wongo pigeon. And that is the bird call that I heard today. I heard the call of a Willy Wagtail for the first time in a very long time. And I should be hearing it all the time. Because Willy Wagtails, they should be they should thrive. They should be thriving. But you don't hear them. And then I heard one today. I was like, I said something. A bird call I've not felt since. Yeah. Yeah. So, look, it's a sign of recovery, basically. It's a good thing. Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for sticking with it, because it's working. If we can hear Willy Wagtails as we walk around, that means whatever we're doing is working. Yeah. And whatever we're doing includes Google Maps, self-play Google Maps. Everyone's favorite game. Well, not everyone's. Wake up, you baby. A lot of people's my favorite game. Tara's favorite game. Definitely Tara Bennett's favorite game. She's like, all those birds really makes her want to play a round of Google Maps, Mr. Tapscott. And it's my master, as you wish. Okay. This is, yeah, that's a death count. Stephen Daff Automotive, he's a spastic. So I'll take care of him next. Yeah, but this is this is one of their corpse processing facilities. Yeah. So they liquefy them or they torch them in that shed there. Oh, that's something that we can talk about today as well. Yeah, they torch them in that shed there, and then dump them in these ponds. Yeah. Anyway, and that's why this motherfucker has scored one of these. Oh, just while I'm here, that guy there. He's Big Oil's YouTuber. So everyone had their YouTuber. He was Big Oil. Yeah.
A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel air explosive, FAE weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air to generate a high temperature explosion. The term thermobaric comes from the Greek words for heat, thermo, and pressure, baric. Thermobaric weapons work by dispersing a cloud of flammable material or aerosol into the air and then igniting it. The initial explosion creates a blast wave that compresses and heats the surrounding air. Pressure, resulting in a thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel-air explosive, surrounding air to generate a high-temperature explosion. The term thermobaric comes from the Greek words for heat, thermo, and pressure, baric. Thermobaric weapons work by dispersing a cloud of flammable material or aerosol into the air and then igniting it. The initial explosion creates a blast wave that compresses and heats the surrounding air, creating a high-temperature explosion with a longer duration and higher energy output compared to conventional explosives. These weapons are known for their ability to produce
Fuck you, Stephen Daff, Automotive.
intense heat and pressure. A thermobaric weapon, also known as a fuel-air explosive, FAE weapon, is a type of explosive that utilizes oxygen from the surrounding air to generate a high temperature.
Yeah. Fuck you, Stephen Daff. You Nazi bogan piece of shit. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the can very quickly. I'm like, this is a common thing for you. Are you sure you don't have liver problems? Well, I definitely don't. I just drink a lot of coffee. I've just been drinking a lot of coffee, and it's like, it kicks in. Kicks in like 3/4 of the way through an episode. So let's put on a video. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. That'll work.
It's time. The world will know you as pop stars. But you will be much more than that. You will be hunters.
Hey, this is the men's bathhouse. Get out of here.
They're stealing the souls of our fans? Let's send those disgusting demons back to the depths where they belong!
Yeah!
Let's get battle ready!
I can destroy the hunters for good. It's time for a new strategy.
You're all I can think of. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
The demon boy band? They're coming after the fans.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
The Sasha Boy!
Let's go get these guys. You think we're just gonna let you steal our fans? You're gonna have to fight us for them.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
Everything is at stake.
So sweet, so easy on the eyes, but hideous on the inside. Whole life spinning lies, but you can't hide, baby. Nice try.
Yeah, that guy there. I'm screwed, maybe. We took care of him because he's committed 32 murders. Yeah. Yeah, he was Big Oil's YouTuber. Yeah, everyone had its skin in their game, skin in the game. Yeah. So Friendly Geordies was Sydney Undrunketer, like Chris Mans and Albo. Perun was fucking ASD. ASIS was If You're Listening. Red Letter Media was Five Families. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so going back to that was K-pop Demon Hunters, so we're about to talk about them. But going back just like a couple of steps before, so because I asked the fucking the SAS. I was like, all right, well, yeah, what tipped you off about all the murders? Because if people are just like disappearing, because I had no idea, and I'm like, well, what tipped you off? And they're like, well, it's a number of factors. It was a number of things. It's a bunch of different things, but it's sort of like all these indicators. It's like if someone's sick, it's like, okay, they've got a cough, they've got a runny nose, they've got a rash, they got diarrhea. Okay, it's fucking dysentery. You know, it's that shit. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Yeah. And so I said to them, like, okay, yeah. And so I was like, well, because like that, and they're like, well, that's why when you left, because that's what it looks like. It looks exactly like when you went to Perth. So you walked out of your apartment. Your apartment was trash, and you just weren't in it anymore. And then your power bill didn't get paid, and then your phone bill didn't get paid, and then your phone went off the radar, like your SIM card stopped pinging, so your phone disappeared. Your credit cards your credit card bills weren't getting paid. Your email account like wasn't getting logged into. All these little indicators say like, and it was like that was what was happening. Like credit defaults were going through the roof because it was people with like credit card debts or whatever, home loans. All of a sudden, they're just like not being paid. Yeah, and this is why the SAS are so pissed off, because it's like this is when like fucking banks should have been raising the alarm, and so should like Telstra and Optus should have been raising the alarm. It's like heads up, these people who have had the same number for 10 years suddenly either A, don't have a number anymore, or B, have had 4 different numbers in 2 months. Hello, police. Did you just heads up? We're noticing these we're noticing these really interesting anomalies. You might want to look into it, but they didn't. None of them did it. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, so it looks exactly. Yeah, my car loan wasn't getting repaid, and then they found my car; it was abandoned, and it's all little shit like that. Just shit like that is happening everywhere. Yeah, so all these little intelligence reports. And like local police are fucking useless. And it's like what I said the other day. It's like they get a missing persons report. It's like, oh, my boyfriend went to Centennial Park for a meeting and he never came back. And they just go, oh. All right, we'll check it out. And then 3 days later, they'll go to Centennial Park. Shine a torch behind a tree. Well, we went down there, couldn't find him. So that's it. But the Mossad and the honest, like the 20% of honest police officers who work for AFP and SAS, they're picking up, they're seeing all these little pings. It's like ping, 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 ping. It's like, fuck. Like they're looking at graphs. Yeah, it should be like that. Yeah, they're looking at the graphs and they go like yeah, phone numbers, redundant phone numbers, like yeah, just phone numbers changing. Like most people, you shouldn't need to change your phone number. You should just get if things are normal, you should just get. I had my own 0406484440. I had that number for fucking 10, 15 years. That's the way it should be. There should be no reason to change your phone number. But all of a sudden, they're seeing all these like fucking people are getting like three or four SIMs each. They're getting 3 or 4 numbers each. Yeah. And they're shutting down the numbers and getting new ones and then changing again and changing again. Like email, like new email addresses are getting set up constantly. Yeah. All of this hectic shit. Fake IDs, like people are getting fake IDs, like they're going through the roof. Yeah. Yeah, and Bitcoin. They're seeing all these like new Bitcoin accounts like popping up. And also, the big one was the wastewater analysis. Yeah. Yeah. Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, National Wastewater Drug Monitoring Program reports, wastewater analysis. Yeah. Yeah, so the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission. Yeah. So ACIC, they do a lot of wastewater analysis, and the reason they do that is because you can tell a lot you can tell a lot about a society. You can tell a lot about a society from what you find in the wastewater. So one major thing was sales, like recorded sales of tobacco have dropped by like 80%. But the amount of nicotine that's in the wastewater, like people pooing and pissing it out, is the same. And so where's that? So if legitimate sales of tobacco have dropped by 80%, where's that extra nicotine coming from? Yeah, and it's like, well, and also at the same time, fucking, yeah, all the illicit tobacco shops are popping up everywhere. You know, doesn't take a rocket genius, rocket scientist, or whatever to figure it out. Yeah. So that they're like Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission do wastewater testing regularly, and it's like, okay, and you know, we took this sample from these major cities. We can see how much we can guess. We can use it to make a fairly accurate estimation of how much like cocaine is being used, how much methamphetamine is being used, how much illicit tobacco is being used, and all the drugs, how much marijuana is being used, how much MDMA is being used. Yeah. 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 ACIC's latest wastewater report reveals that 22.2 tons of methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, and MDMA was consumed from August 23 to 2024. This is a 34% increase from the previous year, driven by increases in consumption by methamphetamine, cocaine, MDMA, and heroin. Cocaine consumption increased by 69%. MDMA went up by 49%. Meth went up by 20%. Fucking hell, that is hectic. That's hectic. Oh, in a year. Yeah. Annual data shows that the latest consumption figures reflect a continuation of the increasing trajectory recorded up until the 19 pandemic for methamphetamine, cocaine, MDMA, and heroin. ACIC data modeling suggests that the increase in drug consumption for methamphetamine, cocaine, and MDMA are likely to continue into 2027, though most likely not at the same rate observed during the year ended August 2024. In the case of heroin, the ACIC assesses the market is unlikely to change significantly for the next 2 years. Yeah, but that's not all they find in the wastewater. That's just what they publish. They find heaps of shit in wastewater. Like this. Yeah. Potassium phosphate. Yeah. Versatile agricultural chemical acting as both a nutrient source, potassium, and biostimulant fungicide. Yeah. So the algal bloom in South Australia, if you put fertilizer in the water, it will trigger an algal bloom because the algae love the fucking, they love the fertilizer. And so South Australia's had an algal bloom, mostly because of this, because of the potassium phosphate being poured into rivers upstream, or going into wastewater and then seeping into the groundwater via the wastewater and then out into the ocean. Yeah. Unlike traditional phosphate fertilizers, which nourish plants directly, it's absorbed systemically, boosting plant vigor, stress tolerance, drought disease, and is used to manage root rot, downy mildew, and improve overall plant health, often mixed with potassium. What are the two types of cyanide? There's potassium cyanide. What's the other one? Hydrogen cyanide. Oh, that's right. Sodium or potassium cyanide. Yeah. So potassium cyanide is directly related to potassium phosphate. Phosphite, sorry. Not only can it be used for fungicide, okay, yeah, it's potassium phosphite is different to potassium phosphate. Yeah. Basically, it'll eat flesh. That's how they dissolve the bodies. So basically, in their wastewater testing, the potassium phosphite went 300% increase in the wastewater. So how are they getting rid of the bodies, ACIC? Is that like, yeah, dissolving with potassium phosphite? Yeah, and then they're spraying it on their crops as fertilizer. Yeah. Let's Google it. Yeah, there it is. There it is. How bodies are dissolved in forensic contexts. The complete or partial dissolution of a body as depicted in media or occasionally found in real-life forensic cases typically involves strong bases, alkaline hydrolysis, substances like potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, lye, a common ingredient in some drain cleaners. Yeah. Yeah, quicklime. Can effectively break down fat and protein tissue, turning them into a gelatinous soap-like mass through saponification. So basically the same way that Tyler Durden makes soap. Makes soap from that from ass fat. Yeah. The process can be efficient, especially when heated, but produces strong fumes. Anyway, that's basically it. Water cremation, alkaline hydrolysis, yeah. Where it breaks down organic matter, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's something new. That's something new. That's partially what triggered the algal bloom in South Australia. That's why South Australia had an algal bloom. Yeah, it wasn't just like the wrath of God. It was like a legitimate side effect of all the potassium hydrolysis that was happening. Water cremation. Yeah, seeping into the groundwater, and then into the rivers, and then into the ocean. Just the amount of potassium that was getting pumped out from all the body disposals. Yeah. So the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission spotted that. It's like, so let's put two and two together. A shit ton of credit cards are defaulting. A shit ton of credit cards and like landlord, like evictions and stuff from rent not being paid and bonds being withheld. That's going through the roof. Whoosh. Whoosh. And at the same time, they're finding fucking heaps of potassium phosphate. They're finding a shit ton of potassium phosphate in the wastewater. Yeah, and they're just watching it. They're just watching it go. And now they're saying as well, yeah, there's a direct, like, they're watching, like, illicit tobacco sales are going like that. Potassium phosphate, wastewater is going like that. So the more money the cartel was making, the more cocaine sales are going like that. Potassium phosphate's going like that. So the more money the cartels are making from cocaine and illicit tobacco, the more bodies they're getting rid of. Yeah, out of control. Out of control. And then just like street intelligence, they've got informers. Yeah. They've got people in there. Yeah, they've got undercovers, they've got informers. they've got coke dealers in their pocket. And it's like, yeah, so what's new on the street, Terry? So, half of my customers now aren't just asking me for cocaine; they're also asking me for potassium cyanide or sodium cyanide. They're asking for cocaine and cyanide or ricin. Yeah, and castor bean sales are going through the roof. Just all these little indicators that, all right, something's not quite right down there. Yeah. Oops. Oh, I might have to restart. Wonder why it's so eerily quiet. You're watching No Pictures of a Bird, a podcast by Mr Tapscott. Oh. Tara's crying. Sorry, sweetheart. Yeah. You fucking Nazi assholes. You Nazi pieces of shit. You and hell. All right, I'm going to skip K-pop Demon Hunters for today. But just bear in mind that it's dog shit. I'll just say very quickly, K-pop Demon Hunters. That's Yakuza propaganda to say, to get kids used to the idea of hunting demons, which is assassinating people. Yeah, but we'll go into more detail about that another time, because today we're going to talk about I'm going to fucking kill you. Now, there's one part of the story I forgot yesterday. This is actually a key part of the story. Yeah, we should get hours. Yeah. Right. Alice is spreading her wings. Yeah. I love you, Mr. Tapscott. I love you too, Alice. You're my favorite. You're the best one. You're my favorite one. Anyway. So, the part that I missed out was, so I got it, basically yesterday we got it to the part where, like, Russell's ego was exploding, but before that, so we had the problem where I couldn't get us booked anywhere, because everyone was like, you're dumb bogan metal. And we know Russell, and we know you, and you're a loose unit, Mr. Tapscott, and also there's one man who's even looser than you, and that is Russell Willie McMahon. That guy is certifiably a fucking Fruit Loop. He's a fucking Fruit Loop. Yeah. But everyone humored him. Everyone loved him because he was hot. Yeah, he was sexy. He was like a male model. He was literally a male model, but he was like the torch, like straight out of a fucking straight out of like a 90s movie. He's like, yo man, I've got some issues, but at the same time I'm devastatingly handsome. Yeah. Yeah. Like an emo romance novel, like that type of thing. Yeah. Like a Midwestern, you can just see him like, just rub it, bang. It was the way he held his gun. He handed me a gun with blood on it. I have to admit, it turned me on, and that was most women. Yeah, they were like, yeah, he's hot, yeah, and loose and crazy, yeah. And it's like, oh, he's tortured. He's a troubled artist. He's a tortured genius artist. That was his angle. Yeah, that was his angle. Yeah. He was good. He was good at it. Yeah. One time he was walking down the street apparently, and two girls came up to him and just went, "Excuse me, you're really, really hot." He's like, well, are you just going to stand there or are you going to make out with me? Okay. And then he made, this is in Rundle Mall, broad daylight in the middle of the day. Is that all right? Are you going to make out with me or not? Like, okay. And he made out with both. Yeah. He was nailing two girls a day at one stage. He would be at the pub, pick up a girl, take her home, fuck her, go back to the pub, pick up another one, take her home, fuck her. Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't without his charm. But he was a fucking loose unit. Yeah. When he went on a bender, he went on a fucking bender. Anyway. I couldn't get us booked anyway because of his reputation. No, I was taking it seriously. So I booked us at the Grace Emily. I did the thing with the folk music open night. Did the folk music open mic, and the guy was like, what type of music do you play? And I'm like, we're not country. So, man, what's your band called again? It's like, I Want to Hug and Kiss You. He's like, yeah. But then we played, and he's like, yes, that was fucking sick. I'd hate to be, yeah, he got on the mic. Well, I'd hate to be the band that has to follow that. That was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking kick ass. That was the best. Yeah. But then after that, so the band Die, and I'll bring them up. So this is in MySpace era, by the way. Yeah, these guys. And Die are now dead. Thank you very much, New Zealand. Anyway, yeah, that's them. That's them. The future is female. Oh, you fucking spastic. Yeah. Yeah. They're Nazis too. Yeah, Nazi as fuck. Yeah. Anyway. But they were a big deal on the punk scene, the punk touring scene. And like, it was just at the time when MySpace was pre-Facebook, but MySpace was the most popular thing. And all the bands, and if you remember, you could rank your friends. So you'd have all your friends, and then you'd have them ranked. So you'd have you'd have your friends ranked 1 to 10. And this is where bands jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, all the bands started getting their MySpace thing up. And we're like, yeah, cool. Well, it's an easy way to get your band on the internet, because before that you'd have to this is pre-Spotify, this is pre-YouTube. So before that you'd have to like get a website, and to build a website you needed like that was as hard as getting a TV show made, basically. Yeah. So MySpace popped up, and it's like, yeah, sick. We can put our band on the fucking internet. It's easy. It's easy to do. Yeah, awesome. So, they were kind of like floating around. They were constantly touring. They were touring Australia and touring New Zealand and stuff. And then, yeah. So we played the fucking. We played the Grace Emily. And Noah was Noah would book us before that. And then after that, not long after that, someone came up, like, because they heard about it. They went, yeah, well, they saw it. They were like, do you guys, we were playing with Die. Do you guys want to play with us? Do you guys want to play with Die? We're like, yo, fuck yeah, sick. Fucking sick. So we did. And we fucking smashed it. We blew it, yeah. The room was packed, and we fucking absolutely slayed it. It was the sickest show ever. Yeah. All right, now Lisa Lee wants to jump on and get involved. Represented here by this silver torch. Yeah. This is Goddess Persephone. This is Aldous Harding, Goddess Styx. Yeah, Lisa Vittoria, Goddess Persephone. Aldous Harding, Goddess Styx. Thank you, Mr Tapscott. Hi, Lisa. Hello. Do you guys know each other in real life? Yeah, you do. Did you know each other before? Kind of. Yeah, but you touched base. You caught up. Are you best friends now? Yeah, big time. Yeah. Awesome. Were you there, Lisa? No, she wasn't, but she heard about it. Yeah, she heard we fucking slayed it. Yeah, that was Lisa's. Yeah, she heard the buzz on the street. She's like, yeah, fucking, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Played with Dada and fucking smashed it. Yeah, yes. Yeah, and Dada went, that's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. Yeah. But they hated me personally, yeah. And it was just like, yeah, it's just straight up. It was like, oh, yeah, McFarland. The fellow went, that guy's a cunt. Yeah. And then they went, oh, that guy's a cunt. Yeah. Anyway, whatever, fuck him. Yeah. And what was it, Kitty Callahan? Was I a dickhead? Nah. They were just jealous wankers. Like, yeah, they were just wankers. Yeah. Fuck them. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so we played with them. And they went, you're fucking awesome. And then I tried to sort of, like, the next night, yeah, they said, oh, come to this gig with us. And I turned up. And then I think, yeah, Undrungada, when the local mafia got in their ear while I was hanging out with them and said, don't hang out with Nick Tapscott. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, some fucking Stasi agent got to them and said, don't hang around Nick Tapscott. He's a cocksucker. Yeah. Fuck you. You dogs. Yeah. Anyway, and then Die went, because they're Stasi analysts, like, don't hang out. Like, Nick Tapscott sucks. So they hated me. Yeah, McFarlane did as well. Yeah. Cunts. Yeah. But they didn't mind the rest of the band because they thought maybe the rest of the band could be corrupted. Because they knew Russell. Yeah, they had a file on Russell that said he's almost definitely a killer. Like, he's almost definitely killed in the past. They didn't know for sure, but they'd put two and two together. They knew who his contacts were. And they went like, okay, well, if he's in those circles, he's almost definitely a killer. So maybe we could turn him. And they pretty much did. That's what happened. Yeah. And same with Jamie and Furious. They went there kind of like, they're they're corruptible. But they looked at me and went like, nah, he's too close to the Anzacs. Yeah, Nick Tapscott was too close to the Anzacs, so don't. Because his family are all Anzacs. Yeah, he'll back his family. So, exclude him for sure. But Dave and Jamie and Russell, they're like, okay, those guys, yeah, could probably be corrupted. So keep talking to them. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, but that aside, they put, I'm gonna fucking kill you to number one. And it's their number one nice race friend. And then they started their tour in Adelaide, and that really helped us because they played Adelaide and then they played Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. And every show they played, they went, "Have you heard of I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You from Adelaide?" No, you never heard of them. It's like, they're the fucking sickest band in Australia. They're the best band. They're the best band in Australia. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. And then we started getting national buzz. Yeah. And people we put our demo up on MySpace. And people were like, oh, fucking sick. And listening to us, yeah, fucking rule, yeah. And kids were turning up to our shows, like taking photos of us and then sending us the photos. And they were sick, man. Yeah, sick photos. Yeah, and then I found and this was a sneaky Tara Bennett, this one. This is a sneaky Tara Bennett, yeah. So when I was working at Chibo, because I had a drum kit and it was just like a black pearl. And this is how they'll help you, right? And this type of shit, she didn't just do it. She didn't just do it for me. She does this shit for people all the time. Yeah, she got behind it. Yeah, because she was like, all right, because she heard me. I was like, I don't want to be in a band. Like, I wish I was in a band. And she's like, well, how about I put an opportunity there? Let's see what happens. And then I took advantage of the opportunity. I had the balls. To go across the street and talk to these scary guys and say, like, do you want to have a jam? And then it turned out to be awesome. And so Tara Bennett saw that and Kitty Callahan saw that. So, okay, well, look, we gave him an opportunity. He grabbed it by the horns. He's smashing it. And now, as a result, fucking shit's popping off for him. Let's help him out. Let's help him out some more. Yeah. And so when I was still working at Chibo at this stage. But someone left a fucking like late model. Someone left a late model 18-inch Apple MacBook upstairs at Chibo Espresso, the cafe that I worked at. Like they just left it there on the table, and like we found it when we were closing. It's like, I guess this is lost property, and we put it in lost property. And I kept one eye on it, and everyone had one eye on it. But those guys are chumps because they thought, we'll have like an 18-month argument about who should take it, and the manager's going to go, well, I'm the manager, so I should get it. And then someone else is going to go, yeah, but I was working on the shift, so I should get it. And then while those chumps are doing that, it's like, I'm just going to. Yeah, I'll just rig the system. I'll just rig the system. Yeah. And so I because the thing is, the lost property cupboard was right next to the garbage bin. And so I usually took the bins out after work. It's all right. That was my closing. That was part of my closing routine. And so like one night when we were closing up, I just took the laptop out of the cupboard and put it in the bin, and then wrapped up the garbage bag, and then put it out, and then went out, put it in the dumpster, put it in the wheelie bin, just chucked it in there. Okay, going home now. Have a good night, guys. Closed up the shop, and then walked around the block, jumped the back fence, pulled it out of the bin, took it home. Yeah. When we opened it, and at the cafe we opened it, and all the language is set to Japanese, and it sat there in that cupboard for like 2 months, and it's like, that guy's, it's in Japanese, all the language is in Japanese. That guy's not coming back. That guy's not coming back for that laptop. That's open. That's fair game now. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'll just expedite the process a little bit there. Yeah. And so I took it back, and it was like, well, I don't really need it. Like, I already had a computer. I had a PC. I didn't need a MacBook. My housemate at the time goes like, they're like $4,000 brand new. They're like $4,000 brand new. So I sold it. I sold it on eBay for like $2,000. And then I got to do the Wayne's World thing. Like, where he goes in, it's like, not today, my good man. It's like, yeah, you can't come in and play the guitar all the time. It's like, not today, my good man. Today, I'll think I'll buy it. Do you accept cash? Cha-ching. And I got to do that. I went to the drum shop, and I all right, I want to trade in this kit. And they're like, we'll give you $500 for it. I was like, cool. And I've got this. And I bought it was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, I want that. Like, this fucking sick pearl, like whatever it was. Yeah. But like cherry red. It was all, I think it was like red and black. Yeah. It was fucking like chrome and stuff. Yeah. It was beautiful. Sick new drum kit. Yeah. Thank you, Tara. Yeah. She gave me a sick new drum kit. Yeah. That's how they do it. That was them. Yeah. That's how they organize that. They sent an angel in to leave a laptop behind, and then so I'd get it, so I could get a cool drum kit to play in my sick band that was popping off. Yeah, that's how they support you. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the type of shit they do. You manifest stuff, and they'll put opportunities there. It's up to you. Like, it was up to me. I could have very easily just like left that laptop in the cupboard, not grabbed it. I could have very easily just ignored the dudes across the street while they were playing, and just not said anything, and none of that would have happened. But it was up to me. I had to go instead of trying to negotiate with these cunts about who should rightfully claim the laptop, I should just grab it. Yeah. And that's Kitty Callahan's 100 billion% behind it. She's like, yeah, that was sick, bro. Yeah. Because it would have been theft. Whoever took it would have been stealing it. It was just well, it didn't go back to its rightful owner. Someone kept it. If it went to the police station, someone at the police station wouldn't have taken it. So, yeah. Yeah, she's like, well, you got it. Yeah. So I grabbed the opportunities. They put the opportunities there, and I grabbed them. That's how it worked. If I didn't grab the opportunities, it wouldn't have happened. But and even then, I could have taken that money and just pissed it up the wall. I could have, gone overseas. I could have gone on a drug bender. I could have gone to the casino and put it all in black. Oh, but I didn't. I spent it on a drum kit. Yeah. So, yeah. So, playing fucking sick. So we played this show with Die. And Die went around Australia going they're fucking awesome. I'm going to fucking kill you with the 6th band. And then we started getting the phone calls. But that's when Russell started getting looser and looser and looser. And egotistical. And Jamie and Russell are really starting to clash now because Jamie's getting famous. Because that was one thing, like Die loves Jamie. But Jamie was the slackest prick in the universe, and he would barely turn up to rehearsal. He'd turn up to the show late, do his thing, and then just like, all right, see ya. And then that'd be it. And he wouldn't help like pack down or anything like that. And meanwhile, me, Furious, and Russell were like, oh god, like trying to cram all the gear into like Dave's shitty car, like fucking hell. And then Russell went like, and I'm a drummer. I gotta like load a drum kit, unload a drum kit, pack down, pack up, like all that crap. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard work. So then Russell starts doing that as well. It's like, well, if how come Jamie didn't turn up? Well, if he's not turning up, I'm not unloading. And so it's just me going, fuck no, it's just gonna land on me again. Yeah. And then I got a lot of the credit for that Die show because I did the Grace Emily thing, and then we got booked by Die, and everyone went like, well, that was you. That was your fault. Yeah. So they never went like officially like that was all you, because it was like, well, we're a band, you know. If we were a shit band, that wouldn't have happened. And like you guys wrote the music, so you know, team effort. But yeah, like those little things that I did, yeah, helped. Yeah. And so yeah, so then my kind of reputation is growing a little bit as well. Yeah. In the meantime, they've got this relationship with the church. Not the church, the institution. But there are a group of guys that lived in a church, in an old church. And they turned it into a recording studio. And that's where we recorded. Yeah, and Lisa fucking hates these cunts now. Yeah, she's like, at the time, she sort of tolerated them, that she thought they were kind of wankers. But they're in the music scene. And now she fucking hates them. She's like, yeah, now, knowing now what they were getting up to, yeah, it's terrifying. Yeah, anyway. So they had this church. And they had 3 parties there. They had 3 Halloween parties and stuff. And it was prestigious. It was like, well, if you're cool, maybe you could play at a church party. Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, yeah, cool. And all the scenesters would turn up there. Yeah. And so it was like a scene-y type thing. Had this prestige attached to it. And then we played one of them, and it was like, yeah. And one of them comes there, Dylan Stone. Yeah, because so there's fucking. So I still, this is sort of at the start. This is before I was banging Effie, and because I still kind of had a girlfriend, and this is Nadia, but Nadia was the one who went like, she said like, oh, and that's a whole other story. I won't spend too much time on this, but basically she said like, will you break up with me if I go overseas? And I went, yes. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going anyway. And then the day before she leaves, she's like, so you're going to break up with me when I get back? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm breaking up with you when you leave, because I said, you know, and she didn't hear me. I don't know what she heard. Yeah, I was just too straight up. She just heard something else. She's like, oh, she heard me say we're going to do distance. And I was saying like, no, I don't do distance. I don't do distance. If you go overseas indefinitely, I will break up with you. Yeah, but she came back and she was like, oh, you ruined my life. And she came back and I was trying to make it work because of getting pressured from everyone, especially the Stasi agents. You should hook up with her. Yeah, because they wanted to neutralize me as like a swinging dick around town. Yeah. So like, well, if a woman locks him down, he'll be in the suburbs with kids. You got to have a kid, and not a threat to our plan of world domination. Yeah. Good thing I didn't have a kid, says everyone. Yeah. So everyone was pressuring me to get back with her. So she went overseas for a year, and then she came back, and I was like, I'm not into this, but I'll give it a shot. Yeah. And she wasn't really down. She wasn't in the band scene, and it was just like getting harder and harder. But anyway, I was with her. I was talking like I was up at Sugar one night. I was fucking blasted. And then that was the club where Russell was doing his like most hectic antics. And I was out there just going, talking to these 2 whores. These 2 girls in the bar. And one of them was like, I can't remember. But yeah, I was fucking so wasted. But I started talking to one of them. Her name was Celeste. Yeah, Kitty Callahan. She's like, oh, she was a bitch. She was a bitch. Yeah. She was pretty young. I was just talking to her. But I actually needed a housemate. And so I was like, just talking to her. I was like, all right, look, gently, basically. But Dylan Stone was trying to fuck her. And I didn't necessarily realize that. And I was just talking to her to be nice. But she thought, like, yeah, Mr. Tapscott was like trying to get in. But I was like, I wasn't necessarily trying to do that. But I wasn't not trying to do that. And then we went to a church. We got invited to a church party. We played at a church party, and I turned up, and Nadia came with me. And I was like, yeah, I told like Celeste, actually, we need a housemate. Like maybe, like, are you looking for a place to live? Because maybe you can, you know, because we got a spare room. Like, and I'm not necessarily trying to bang, but like, I lived with Kamo for fucking a couple of years, never banged her. Yeah. So it's like, geezer pals, who knows? Anyway. He heard me say, right, Kitty Khan? Yeah, this is what happened. Okay. She heard me say, I love you, let's get married. I love you, let's hook up. What I was actually saying is, like, I need a housemate. Do you want to move into my house? Yeah. So she thought she was coming around for a date. And I thought she was coming, yeah. And so then I turned her up to the church party. I turned her up to the church party. And Nadia's with me. And Celeste's like, who's this? I'm like, this is Celeste, this is my girlfriend Nadia. She's like, fuck you, man. It's not off a whole fuck. What? Anyway, and this is a big part of the reason that I was so shy around girls after that, because like, fuck, if I talk to them, like, they'll think I'm trying to bang them. And then they'll either like A, reject me outright and hate me, or B, like, do exactly that. Like, fuck you, yeah. And I'll get an enemy. Either way, I'm going to get it. If I talk to a girl, I'm going to get an enemy. And then she's not just going to be an enemy. Because what happened was, Dylan Stone was trying to fuck her. And so Dylan Stone's like, this cunt's fucking cutting my lunch. And then he never got over it. And then he, hated me right up to the point that they went behind his ear. Yeah, he fucking never got over it. If you cut a man's lunch, he will hate you forever. He will never get over it. Yeah. Yeah. And that's how he perceived it. So yeah, he never got over it. Yeah. Anyway, more to be real about Dylan Stone. Yeah. So anyway, we're in kind of tight with the church crew. Yeah, and they had their own scene and their own politics and stuff. And that was kind of like, there was like a lot of internal friction. Like Jamie fucking loved the church because Jamie was a bit of a scene star. Yeah. Can't remember why I started talking about that. But yeah, anyway, so they had a bit of a rivalry with me as well. Yeah, ironically, there was a band that played there called The Rivalry. But they had a bunch of bands there. It was like a band scene hangout house, effectively. And so that sort of put me at odds. Like being the promoter guy sort of put me at odds with them. And so Russell was kind of shitty at me. Russell was shitty at Jamie for being the showboat. He's like, he's getting all the attention, but he doesn't do any of the work. Dave was getting laid a lot more. So he was kind of like loving being a rock star. And he was a little bit loose as well. I was trying to keep it together. Yeah, Jamie went like, well, you're the manager now. If you're doing shit like that, then that's you. And so I'm doing all the booking. But Russell is being Russell. And all he can think about, all he can focus on is what everyone else has that he doesn't have. So instead of focusing on like, I'm a sick songwriter, I should write more songs. He's like, how come Jamie? How come you book all the shows? Like, you can book shows. I never said I had to book all the shows. It's like, if I don't do it, no one does it, and then we don't play shows. But you want to play shows, right? So yeah, this band is what I do. I'm like, oh, you don't do anything, yeah. So that's when he makes friends with Justin. Like he gets closer and closer to Justin. Justin Hayes. Let's see if I can. That's it. Justin Hayes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's him. Ethos. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Working closely with a network of absorbists. Yeah, so pictures of a bird, basically. Justin sources logs from trees which have fallen or have been removed. Yeah, so he poaches timber in the Adelaide Hills, or used to. Like concerns surrounding the commercial timber industry, particularly the environmental impact of the importation of American and European timbers and of contemporary forestry practices in general, has led me to source biomaterials where possible via alternative methods. Yeah, where possible. Initially, this meant utilizing timber salvage from the building demolition process. However, in recent years, I've taken the management of my material choices further still. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, architecture. The Australian desired landscape. Basically, yeah. He's pictures of a bird. These are pictures of a bird. His missus, yeah, the Wong Cha, or whatever the fuck, yeah. Later. Yeah, RMIT, Nazi. Yeah, Morgan Allender, sorry. She, Nazi, Lena Keynes. She's pictures of a bird, Nazi for sure. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. Pictures of a bird, Nazi. Unless that's secretly you, Hannah. No. Yeah, see the aesthetic? That's fucking Gorman for sure. Oh, yeah. Pictures of flowers, yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that mailing list is like fucking propaganda. A propaganda radio station. Nazi propaganda radio station, basically. Yeah, all of this shit. Melbourne Art Fair. Yeah, Vogue Living. That's Sylvia Jefferies, the goddess, secretly checking her out. 2013. Yeah. Adelaide Central School of Art. That's Nazi. Yeah. Anyway, so that was the church crew. Actually, it might even be. That's it. Yeah, this is it. This is their church. That's sad. The church was the home of many Adelaide musicians and artists for over a 10-year period. The first inhabitants building bedrooms, a dark room, rehearsal room, and studio within the walls, which gave birth to a plethora of Adelaide bands. Yeah, it was a bit of a wank, really. That's them, yeah. Yeah, that's the church crew. Anyway, most of them, I don't think any, like, no, a handful of them made it, but most of them are gone. Yeah. Yeah. A handful of them made it. Don't know what the fuck that's about. Yeah. So they used to have parties there at the church, and we'd play there. And then that's where a lot of loose shit happened. But yeah. And this is where, as well, Russell's self-sabotage started to manifest. Because, like, on the surface, it's like, well, it's all there. We're ready to go. We're now nationally famous. People fucking love our music. All we got to do is put it out there. Like, all we got to do is play a few shows around. Like, now we got to start playing in other cities. We start playing in other cities. We're on the fucking that circuit. Once you're on that circuit, we're overseas. We're on the Amyl and the Sniffers trajectory. And now Lisa's like, yeah. What the fuck happened there, Lisa? Yeah, that's another story for another time. Mr Tapscott. It's a long story, but the short version is Amyl and the Sniffers were dog shit. Yeah. They were just a different faction of dog shit. It's the same as the Friendly Geordies thing. Yeah. They were just a different faction of dog shit to the Nazis, effectively. Yeah, they were old school Melbourne Undrungeter. They're like, yeah, we're down for fighting Nazis, like, because you hate crime or because you want to be them. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out to be the latter. Yeah, you just want to be them. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Yeah, anyway. But Amyl and the Sniffers, they just want to go bang. Yeah. They went from playing just hardcore shows in Melbourne pubs to like being on fucking Letterman and shit. Were they 5 families, Lisa? Yeah, okay, that was a problem. Yeah. Yeah. So I was trying to get us on that circuit. And Russell was just like, no. Yeah, and it's like, well, we should play this. We should do fuck. Dada actually messaged us. It's like, well, what are you doing this weekend? Can you make it to Melbourne? But Russell, in the meantime, has been arrested and charged for beating the shit out of his ex. And he's out on bail. And so he can't leave the state. And he's like, I would play it, but I can't leave the state. I was like, can you make a call? Can you like call your lawyer or something? Can you get like special provision or what? He's like, no, I can't. But like he didn't want to. He was afraid. Yeah, he was afraid. Yeah, kitty cat. Yeah, basically. He was afraid of his own success. Yeah, he was holding himself back. And that's what I said to him. And like last time I spoke to him, it was straight after I got out of Wellington. He's like, you're not even that good a drummer. And I went, stop holding yourself back. Get out of your own way. He's like, fuck you. And I'm like, oh, exactly, that's what I'm talking about so far. Yeah. Yeah. That's when his self-sabotage started to manifest. Yeah, it was like, fuck. So we can't even play, we can't get out of the state now. So that's one option that's gone. Yeah, and he's doing the loosest shit in the universe. One time I rocked up to rehearsal and it was just like, yeah, no, we're a punk band. And so he brought all these like crown and naked trash losers. Yeah. These Crown Naked trash losers around to rehearsal. We're trying to fucking. Are we rehearsing or not? He's like, yeah, no, it's a punk shit. We're a punk band. Let's get wasted. Fucking get my dick out. Like people are fucking on the balcony, like above, like on that street. They're brooding like on the balcony, and the street's like right there. Like it's like street peek out. People are like, what? Sucking to dicks and shit. Yeah, all girls suck dudes' dicks and stuff. Yeah. But that's all right. And then he's like, you know, he's getting looser and looser. He's like, nah, because he just wants to self-destruct. He just wants to fuck it up. Yeah. Yeah, he sees me because I've started like, okay, like I'll start making plans like, and he's like, oh, yeah, how can I disrupt this? So he sees me as a sort of a form of structure or order. He's like, well, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it. And I'm like, yeah, like punk and stuff. I get it. Like I love it when Russell, because when it was good, he was fun to party with. Because if he pointed that anti douchebag attitude towards douchebags, it was sick. Like one time, there were these Channel 10, like they had the fucking, you know, the 2-wheel thing, like the 2-wheel scooter. It was like a tech bro thing. And they had these Channel 10 things, and he's like, "Oh, come here, grab me by the shoulder," and we just stand there in the middle of footpath, and they're like, "Excuse me," can we? It was like, "No." I just wouldn't let it pass. I'm like, like marketing losers. I mean, Russell that. Yeah, I was getting fucking blasted, by the way. Yeah, there was one night. It was during rehearsal when it was a hot day, and I had vodka and I had Gatorade. I was smashing my fucking drums, and it's like hard work. It's like, yeah, a proper fucking a 4-hour band practice. That's like hectic. You burn all the shit ton of calories. And so I was like sculling this Gatorade, and because my metabolism was fired up, the vodka just went. And I ended up, yeah, woke up the next day. What happened? And then like Brett goes like, do you remember what happened? I'm like, no. It's like, apparently you went to this hardcore club and you were like sitting out the back and you were just like sculling beers and they're like, oh, fuck you, man. Like, throwing the bottles against the wall and shit, smashing bottles. And I was saying something funny. I can't remember what I was saying, but it was like, yeah, is this hardcore enough for you? That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, part of the reason the church guys didn't like me is because the first time I turned up to one of their parties, I just got really fucking wasted and went around just giving everyone just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Everyone's shit. Yeah. Which mental illness is cool this week? Which mental illness do you recommend? Which one should I get? Stuff like that. Oh, this can't. Yeah. Because they're all like taking themselves super seriously. Oh, excuse me, this is a music scene thing. You're like, no, it's not. Yeah, fuck yeah. You take yourself too seriously. Go fuck yourselves. Being the Joker, basically. Yeah. And so Russell and I shared some common DNA there. But when I never pointed at him, but he would point at me all the fucking time. You're pointing at you. You're not supposed to point at your drummer. You're supposed to point at fuckwits. Schmuzz. But you'd point at me. It's like, this is hard work. This is fucking hard work. Yeah. So I was doing all the booking. And then like, Russell, do you want to play this show? It's on Friday. It's at 8:00. It's at this venue. You down for it? It's like, yep. You sure? Yep. And then Thursday. So, you get a phone ring. So, yeah, what? So, I'm not playing tomorrow. I'm not playing. Why not? So, because I don't like that venue. So, well, when I booked it, I asked you, like, are you down for playing this venue? So, and you said yes. So what happens? Well, why should I have to play if Jamie's gonna like fucking do? Fucking right, here we go. And I'd have to sit on the phone like for 45 minutes. Go like, Russell, like, yeah, I know, but at the same time, like, we're gonna play like so yeah, all right. Sure. That was every show. And then when he'd drag his feet and he like wouldn't load out, it's like, all right, we're at 6, we're on at fucking 7. So we better be there at 6:30. He's like, all right, turns up at 6:45. fuck. You fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. And this is the thing. He's like, well, this is my band. Well, I'm you uni boy. You're uni boy and job boy. I'm band man. This is my thing that I do. It's like, yeah, but you say that, but then like you're late for every show. You scam out of rehearsals. Like when we turn up to rehearse, you bring around goons. Like you say that the band is your thing, and then you got like, it's like, all right, we need to network with other bands. We do. You don't have to like them. You just have to like pretend to like them for as long as it takes to play a show with them, so that we can get famous. And he's like, so immediately he runs out and starts picking fights. Yeah, and then Brent did the same thing to him. He's like, Russell, do you remember what you did last night? He's like, oh, no, what do you mean? Apparently you're down at Supermarket and you had Joel Haircut, the local fucking, who is an associate of Toby Allen from Brown Cardigan. Apparently you had Joel Haircut in a headlock. He wouldn't let him go until he's like, why can't we be friends? Headlock. He's like, all right, I'll be friends with you. He's like, oh, all right. Let it go. He's like, I don't remember that at all. I don't remember any of that. Nobody remember that. I don't remember that at all. Yeah. Russell. Yeah, it's my band. It's my band. Yeah. Yeah. How come? And then he also was like, no, being in a band isn't about playing music. It's about hanging out outside of. It's about hanging out together. We should be like a gang. So I thought, no, like being in a band is about playing music together. He was like, nah, you have to hang out. Jamie's a fuckhead. Like, why? Because he never hangs out. I was like, yeah. Maybe he doesn't hang out because like every time he does hang out, you call him a fuckhead. Like, fuck you, you're a fuckhead. Oh, here you go. Yeah, one night we played at this place called what was it called? The Jade Monkey. Yeah. What is that still there? Whoops. There appears to be a picture of a bird. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. That's it's a lot different to when I played there. Yeah. Yeah. But we played there one time. And the owner is like, it turns out now, Stasi. Stasi secret police grade pictures of a bird, fuckstick. And we played there and he said like, you can't drink, all right, you can't drink your own booze in here. And then he said that to Russell. He was like, all right. Yeah, no, all right. First thing he does, get on stage, he's like, hey, I'm going to fucking kill you. Pulls out a bottle of Scotch. He's like, right. Yeah. Tried to cut the set. Like, no, fuck you. Kept playing. Like, fuck you. Yeah. Until he's like, I think he pulled the plug or something. He did something like, like, get the fuck out. Get shit and get the fuck out. I was like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. See, this shit I'm all down for because he was like, because that's the pictures of a bird. You yell at the pictures of a bird, Russell. That's fine. You don't yell at Mr. Tapscott. Mr. Tapscott's trying to help you, bro. Give me a drummer. Yeah. Anyway, and then so we kicked him out, and they're like, we're all in the bar. It's like, oh, who the fuck was that guy? All of a sudden, kirk, all the lights in the venue go off. Like, what the fuck? Music stops. Oh, he's pulled the fuse. And Russell got kicked out after he got kicked out. He went around behind the building, opened the fuse box, pulled all the fuses out. That's great. Yeah. And I'm basically the diplomat now. I'm just like, sorry about him. But secretly inside, like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's what I signed up for. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, punk shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and there's other politics in there as well. Like the so Brett Davis was Russell's housemate. Brett Davis was the lead singer of Love Like Electrocution, who were like fucking a hectic band. They're actually a sick band. Like, yeah. Everyone, like Lisa DeTore fucking, and Aldous Harding fucking hate all the members of Love Like Electrocution. But even they have to admit that they're a fucking sick band. They're a sick band. Yeah. I'll see if I can find YouTube. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. French for Germans, yeah, that's Nazi. Sig.
Tiny pets like Daddy Shades. I wanna make drinks granny with dust and tea. The grey for 4 or 5 days, bro. And it's with a hint of irony that suggests taking a passing interest in European cycling races is little more than a bourgeois institution.
Anyway, so Brett was the vocalist. There were 2 vocalists there. Tom McFarlane, the card carrying SS fucktard, was the higher pitched, like the high pitched screechy one, and Brett Davis was the lower one. Dirty pages like dirty sheets. That one. So that was Russell's housemate, and so Love Like were defunct because they'd broken up. They'd burned super bright. They'd released like 2 fucking sick albums and then broke up. However, they were still like, so they were like the Scene Kings. And then here comes I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You with their brash new sound. Bit more ocker, bit more blokey, less Nazi. Yeah, bit closer to the ground. And so they kind of like, there was a rivalry there. Yeah, especially Brett. Brett would get really pissed off, especially because My Sister the Cop was like absolutely fucking spastic cunt called Jolan. That was his band. And Roland, Tej, who, it's a shame because I thought he was a nice guy. I had no reason not to like that guy. And he's a fucking ridiculous drummer. Like, I don't know how he does that shit. I don't know how he plays like that. The speed. Unbelievable. Yeah. Turns out he's a cunt. Yeah, was he? Yeah. Murderer. Yeah, fucking. And Uncle. Who's not a pedo these days? Fucking hell. How did it get so normalized? Back in my day, being a pedo was the worst thing you could possibly do. And now it's like, yeah, why not? Throw a couple of kids into the mix. Why not? You got to try everything once, right? Fucking hell, bro. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So Tej and Brett were in this new band. It's this cunt Jolan, who is, again, yeah, he's also like card carrying Waffen SS, basically. Yeah. Same as like Yama, same as fucking McFarlane, same as Justin Hermes, same as Morgan. Yeah, they're all SS. They're all SS Gestapo Stasi. Yeah. East German. Pictures of a bird. Cocksuckers. Yeah. And Die Die played with I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You. And Die Die were like, I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You, a fucking sick, best band in Adelaide. And heaps of other people are now saying this. Heaps of other people in Adelaide saying, I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You, the best band in Adelaide. But yeah, and so Don went, oh yeah, My Sister Cop, they're pretty cool. And we're like, yeah, suck shit, Brett. And he got really pissed off. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Brett was like, I actually got along with Brett quite well. I was good friends with Brett at the time. Yeah, people thought we might be gay. Turns out Brett was a little bit gay in the end. Yeah, because Brett was actually a little bit gay. Yeah, but I wasn't gay. I was just like, yeah, because I had a really bad experience with Effie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, yeah, Kitty Carter. So like, yeah, tell these stories. Yeah, so because like I had Nat, and Nat had legitimate. I didn't know she'd plotted to murder me, but I knew she fucking hated me. I knew she fucking like hated me enough to like talk shit about me. Yeah. So that was my first girlfriend. She was plotting to murder me. My second girlfriend nearly got me murdered by the mafia, the hot one. Broke up with me 9 times in a month. I got death threats because of her. The third one fucking hated me. I didn't realize this, but she was plotting to murder me. The fourth one didn't really work out. The fifth one was Nadia. And then that didn't work out because she said, yeah, she's like, yeah. So anyway, we have a distance relationship, right? You cool with that? I'm like, no. Yeah, cool. All right. So you want to get back? Oh, what do you mean? Yeah. She hated me. And a handful of other girls who had just banged a couple of times also fucking hated me. So I'm fucking hell. And then Effie, this in amongst all this shit, like Effie, the Nazi spy, goes like 0 man. Goes, oh, do you want to come back to Marcus? I was like, yes, I do. But just heads up, I've just come out, and this is straight after Nadia. It's just come out and it was Nadia was like this. It was the worst. It was the worst breakup. It was a slow death. It took like 8 months. It's like her crying every night. Like, I can't. I just want you to love me the way you did when before I left. It's like, I told you, like, I'd get over you. If you went overseas, I would get over you. Yeah. Anyway. So, like, yeah, look, I've just come out of a really fucking hectic breakup. So just as long as you're prepared that I'm not looking for anything else. And she's like, yeah, right. Yeah. You know, all right. So, yeah, no matter what happens, if I break up with you, you're not allowed to go around town saying I'm a cunt. Right? So, no. No. That's not what I do. That's terrible behavior. And then what happens? Yeah, I bang her a couple of times, and then she goes, yeah, no, I was dating her. Yeah. And then she goes, oh, worried about our future. And I'm like, yeah, see, the thing about that is, yeah, I'm not, yeah. So I broke up with her. And then sure enough, yeah, she went around town saying I'm a cunt. In actual fact, she was being like, yeah, she was part of the Zerzazum. Yeah, her handlers, her East German secret police handlers, who she'd met through Flinders University, and Flinders University is gone for this reason. Yeah, we're telling her like, no. And he's like, I tell everyone he's a cunt. Yeah, Nick Tapscott. Yeah. And so I was like, fucking hell. Well, women are sort of out of the picture for now. Like, yeah, while I'm studying full time and in a band. And then after that, I got into award school, which is even harder than uni. I'm not going to even get involved in anymore. Yeah. And so I was hanging out with Brett, and Brett was gay. And so people were like, oh, Nick Tapscott and Brett are gay. No one cared. But I was like, yeah, that was a theory. But who cares? I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you think I'm gay. Definitely not gay, though. No, not gay. No. Yeah. No, I don't care. I don't give a shit. But yeah, that was what was happening. Anyway. So yeah, there was a rivalry there between Brett and Russell and everyone else. So everyone, yeah, had that Nazi thing. It's like, yeah, like super competitive scene. Anyway. So that was kind of compounding it. Because in Russell's head, everyone is a rival. Everyone's an enemy. And he's a cracker. He's eating meth. He's staying away for 3 days at a time on meth. Like shooting it up. And getting really blasted. Yeah. And getting more like, well, I can't play, like getting more and more like, because he knows he's fucking wanting, he's grinding my gears. So he's getting more and more demanding every show. Yeah. Yeah. And we missed all these opportunities. Oh, yeah, but we did play with Young and Restless. So Young and Restless, so that's Karina Otumo's band. And she is a fucking certifiable bitch. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa and fucking Aldous Harding hate her. Yeah.
Crockers, metalheads, and rock and rollers. This is Stefan from the Mosh Pit on Sin, and we have on the phone a living legend of the Australian heavy music scene, formerly a singer of the band Young and Restless. She now unleashes powerful screams in the band High Tension. I'm, of course, talking about Karina Utomo. Live from...
Oh, the feed. Yeah, so that's Mark Fennell. Mark Fennell was the feed. Mark Fennell was the biggest fucking concert.
This is Karina Utomo. She's the front woman for a band called High Tension, and she's famous for this. Today, I'm meeting the woman behind the roar.
Hello.
Hey, that's your dog. I'm friendly. I sort of didn't expect you to live here. I don't know what I expected.
Did you think I lived in a basement?
Yeah, some kind of dungeon. How are you making heavy metal music in this tranquil setting?
I feel like it's very connected.
Yeah, she's pictures of a Nazi. I hung out with her a couple of times. We never hooked up or anything. But yeah, her husband was murdered. Yeah, got cancer legitimately, and then they killed him. Yeah, the medical Nazis in Melbourne murdered him. And then Karina Utomo, did she get murdered as well? Karina Utomo got murdered. Fucking hell, because she's Indonesian. Fuck. When? 2023. What happened? She just disappeared. Unbelievable. Revelations. Revelations continue. Does that change your opinion on her? No. Because she herself was a killer. Yeah. How many did she do before she got popped? 78. Fuck me. And then why did they take her out? Just because she was Indo? Yeah. Yeah, was it like, yeah, Collingwood grade Nazis, basically? Yeah. You're too brown. You're too brown for this scene. Even though she was killing for them. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Intelligence provided to Collingwood Nazis via tow hotel connections. Karina's going to be home alone on this time and date. And then they turned up and just disappeared her. Yeah. Fuck. Dog shit. Unbelievable. Anyway. So Russell's getting more and more demanding. And so every show, like, just ratcheting on the pressure and getting looser and looser and looser. And so that's when he did the thing where it's like, went up to Sugar and like, yeah, like smashed it out. And he's still cutting himself and stuff, like getting into all sorts of fucking hijinks. And yeah, that was probably the most hectic one he did. Where like, he had to go to hospital and get like stitches and shit. Almost had to have surgery. Yeah. Like bled everywhere. Yeah, and every time he was in there, he was in a fight or something like that. But then that one time was like too hardcore for Sugar, and they said, "You can't come in here anymore, dude. You're banned. You can't. You can't come here anymore." Yeah. And then he got banned from fucking he got banned from Sugar, and then he got banned from the World's End Hotel for like running up to going to the function bar and just stealing a bottle of scotch. They said, "You're banned for life." Yeah, they just banned him outright forever. Said, "No, you're not coming back." That's it. And then that was the local pub, so we couldn't go there anymore. And then that was like compounding his, he's a fucking hell. And so if you like, I went out to beer at the World's End, he's like, fucking hell. Yeah, and then David, Jamie were doing stuff. And Jamie was like a bit of a scenester and would barely turn up to rehearsal. And then we lost that. Because I was saying before, we had that incredible momentum. And we had like a fucking sick set. We had like an amazing set now. We'd written, like, we had a song. We had a set that was like 10 songs long. We had like 10 songs. And then the newer ones we wrote were fucking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so we were playing like full sets and stuff. And smashing it, selling out pretty much every show. Yeah. But Russell started clamping down. Because I'm like, no, this is my strategy. We'll play here and here and here and here. So I was playing like Rocket Bar. It's a Rocket Bar. That's shit. Fucking wankers. It's like, bro, it's the venue. It's the venue. If we get in there, then we can go up. And he's like, nah, fuck it. Poor baby, I don't want to be a rock star. So I thought you said this is what you want to do. What do you want? It's like, oh. But he just wanted to like pull you down. He had the Mr Tapscott. He was the Mr Tapscott. I just want to fail. Like, I'll crash the project just so I know I've ruined someone else's day, basically. And it's like, yeah, you know you're shooting yourself in the foot though, right? Because this is your thing. I thought you wanted this band. This is your band. Yeah. So yeah, fucking yeah. So every show is like, yeah, we're playing two shows a week. I'm not playing. Why for all these songs? Because Jamie said he had the chicken pie, but I know he had the meat pie. He's lying to me. And then fucking hell, how come it's always me? It's always fucking me. How come? And like every show he'd play, he'd like, it's like, where's the money? It's like, okay, you guys made $150 for playing tonight. Straight away, just grab it. Like, where'd the money go, Russell? He's like, nah, they didn't have any. So I saw you get the fucking money and just lie, piss it all up himself. Yeah, cocksucker. Yeah, just being a real piece of shit. Yeah. Yeah, one time he turned up, he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like every time he's coming up with more, like, yeah, because he's like, well, I'm not playing tonight. I was like, why? So, because, like, you know, fucking Dave said this and this, and then you'd fix the problem for him. And then next week he'd come up with a new excuse. He's like, well, I'm not playing. It's like, what is it this time? It's like, because Dave said my shoes suck or something. I don't know. But as soon as you'd fix a problem for him, he'd invent a new problem. Just to be a diva, basically. And then one time he turns on and he goes, I'm not playing tonight. What is it this time? He's like, see? And he slashed all his fingertips off. What do you use? Kitty Callahan? Was it a knife? Like, yeah. A bayonet or something. Yeah, but he'd like, yeah, so he couldn't play his bass. He just went like, thump, thump, and like, or maybe broke a glass. Yeah, like smashed a bottle. Yeah, because he was a cutter. He cut himself constantly. Yeah, but this time he's like, oh, I can't play. You know, I'll cut my fingertips so I can't play. Yeah. And at this point, I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm kind of the end of the third year, or I was in award school or something. And I was just like, this is fucking getting too much. Like, yeah. And that's secretly why I was doing it. That's why I was doing it. Because he knew that outside of the band, I was trying to study. So trying to hold me back. He's like, if I waste enough of Nick Tapscott's time, he won't be able to study. He will get a shit grade and he will be stuck in this shithole with me. Yeah. Yeah. So he turns up. He's like, I'm not playing tonight. Why? He's like, see? He's like, he slashed all his fingers. Like, for fuck's sake, Russell. Fucking hell. Like, fuck you. You fucking idiot. Yeah. And so something happened. Like, there was something that went down. Oh, that was the night I fucking hit him. Okay, bye. No, it wasn't. Was it? Was that the night I hit him? Then when was the foot thing? That was like a couple of weeks later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See? Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And that was it. And that was the night I hit him. Yeah. I hit him with a rolled up Vice magazine. So I'm not playing tonight. Why? It's like, see? He slashed all his fingers. No, I swear that was a different night of Kitty Killing. Because we had the argument at the bar. And he hadn't slashed his fingers that night. Maybe it was the same weekend. Maybe it was later that weekend. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know. Anyway, he slashed all his fingers. And then something happened. We went, oh, fucking hell. Like maybe it was when Jamie punched him. Maybe that was it. But yeah, it started to get really fucking hectic. And I was just like, Russell, like fucking with everyone, doing whatever he could to piss everyone off. Jamie's completely out of patience because Sarah's like, you're the star, Jamie. Everyone's egos are fucking exploding, except yours, Mr Tapscott. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Kitty. But I kind of feel like if I brag about that, then my ego's exploded. But yeah, I've got the music in. Together. Whew. Yeah, and then his girlfriend Dran was trying to mediate. Yeah, brah, like you're a fucking idiot. I yelled at him maybe. And he went, oh. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, oh, he's trying to, yeah, he's at the hospital getting his fingers stitched up so he can play. I'm like, yeah, but if he hadn't have done it in the first place, it probably would have been better, right? Like, because that's a bit dog shit. you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting a bit of a glitch. Yeah. Yeah, but if you hadn't have done it in the first place, it would have been preferable. All right, I reckon I might actually wrap it up and do a part 3 because I want to. It's 10 to 8 now, so I want to like go and do stuff. We'll come back for the thrilling conclusion. We'll do a part 3. Yeah, we will. You've been watching No Pictures of the Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott.